The Dark Side of Science, The Horror of the Monkey and the Child Experiment, 1932. The 1930s marked a period of significant scientific advancements in psychology, but it also introduced a darker side of science that questioned its ethical boundaries. One of the most controversial experiments of this era was the Horror of the Monkey experiment, conducted by Harlow in 1932. Harlow's research not only provided important scientific insights, but also sparked serious criticism regarding animal rights and ethics. Harlow's experiments and their purpose. Harlow was a psychologist known for his studies on animal behavior. One of his most famous experiments aimed to explore the role of maternal love in the healthy development of children. Harlow presented baby monkeys with two different artificial mothers, one made of wire and the other covered with soft cloth. The wire mother provided food, while the cloth mother offered comfort and warmth. Harlow observed which mother the monkeys preferred to understand the importance of emotional bonds, in addition to biological needs. The results were unexpected. While the monkeys approached the wire mother for food, they sought comfort and security from the cloth mother. This revealed that monkeys, like humans, not only require biological necessities, but also need emotional support. Harlow's findings emphasize the importance of emotional connections in development, a crucial insight for both animal and human behavior studies. Isolation and psychological consequences. However, Harlow's experiments didn't stop at testing maternal love. To understand the effects of emotional neglect, he isolated the baby monkeys and kept them in complete social isolation. This isolation caused extreme stress, depression, and emotional damage. The isolated monkeys struggled to form healthy relationships with other monkeys or humans. Some of them suffered lasting psychological damage from this prolonged loneliness. These experiments exposed the psychological effects of isolation, showing how detrimental the lack of social bonds and emotional support can be. The consequences of emotional neglect were profound and contributed significantly to our understanding of social development in humans. Scientific and ethical criticism. While Harlow's experiments were scientifically significant, they also provoked widespread ethical criticism. The monkeys in his experiments endured immense psychological suffering, leading many to question the ethics of such research. Harlow's pursuit of scientific knowledge at the cost of animal welfare became a focal point for animal rights advocates, and the ethical implications of such studies were hotly debated. Today, scientists conduct animal research with stricter ethical guidelines, but Harlow's experiments serve as a reminder of how far science can go when ethical considerations are disregarded. The debate surrounding his work highlighted the need for ethical responsibility in scientific research, particularly when it involves living beings that can suffer. Impact on children's development. Harlow's research didn't only affect studies on animals. His findings also influenced how we understand human child development. It became clear that emotional bonds are critical for a child's healthy growth. Children need not only biological care, but also emotional connection to develop a sense of security. Harlow's findings showed that neglecting these emotional needs could lead to severe developmental and psychological issues. Unfortunately, the methods used in Harlow's experiments inspired similar unethical practices with human children. Research on emotionally neglecting children and isolating them from their caregivers has led to profound psychological trauma, disrupting their ability to form healthy relationships and develop social skills. Modern perspective and ethical values. Today, animal research is subject to much stricter ethical standards. Harlow's experiments, while groundbreaking in their findings, remind us of the importance of ethical responsibility in scientific research. Science can and should advance, but it must do so in a way that respects the dignity and well-being of all living creatures. The horror of the monkey experiment serves as a cautionary tale about the potential for cruelty in scientific research when ethical boundaries are not respected. Conclusion: Ethics and the Advancement of Science. Harry Harlow's 1932 experiments are among the most controversial in the history of psychology. While his findings shed light on the importance of emotional bonds in development, the methods used to obtain them raised serious ethical concerns. Harlow's work serves as a reminder that scientific progress must always be balanced with ethical responsibility. Today, scientists conduct research with greater care, but the lessons from Harlow's experiments are still relevant, urging us to never lose sight of ethical considerations in the pursuit of gain.